Do you want to understand your experience? Are you thinking about the underlying meaning of your experience? Then I recommend that you have to think like a phenomenologist. What does it mean to think like a phenomenologist? Before we start, let me give you a brief information about phenomenology. Phenomenology is not the study of a phenomenon. It is the study of the experience of a phenomenon. So you can study the experience of exercising, you can study the experience of burnout, right? So your focus is to examine or describe the experience of a phenomenon. That's all about phenomenology. And why do you have to think like a phenomenologist? There are 4 things that you have to think about if you want to think like a phenomenologist. The first one is to recognize the nature of your experience. You want to know the nature or the underlying meaning of your experience so that you'll be able to share with other people, so that you will be able to know yourself, so that you'll be able to mentor people based on your experience. It helps you to understand your experience. It also helps you to know yourself and also develop specific strategies to solve problems or to cope with a situation that you find yourself in. How can you think like a phenomenologist? There are 3 strategies that you can use in your daily life so that you'll be able to understand your experience and also come up with underlying meaning of your experience. So the first one is to practice epuche or bracketing. So bracketing is similar to engaging in meditation, but this one is more of suspending any kind of theories and explanation that you have concerning the experience. Why do you have to suspend it? So that you can get a fresh look at your experience, so that you'll be able to know or understand your experience. So the next one is documenting the description of your experience. How do you do that? You ask yourself, what have I experienced? And then you document by writing them down, recording yourself, right? So that you can have a description of your experience, and then you think about analyzing those experiences so that you come up with the underlying meaning of the experience. And the next one is making sense of your experience. You ask yourself, what does this experience mean? What is the meaning of the experience? By doing so, you'll be able to understand your experience and you'll be able to know yourself or come up with specific kind of lessons that you can share with other people. So that's also another way of thinking like a phenomenologist. So if you want to learn more about phenomenology, our book, The Theoretical Framework in Phenomenological Research, will be very good for you. It has all the foundational knowledge about phenomenology and how to apply it in research and also maybe your personal life. So let me ask you, what are your experiences? How do you make sense of your experience? How do you make sure that you have the underlying understanding of your experience? So let me hear from you and let's have a discussion. And I'll also be providing some resources in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time.